Good morning, everybody. I'm on a wacky sleep schedule. I went to bed yesterday about 5:30 p.m. after I took chemo pills. So this stuff really wears me out, makes me tired, and it's easier to sleep, I find. But then I got up at 2:30, 3:30 in the too early, and now it is 6:15 a.m. So I've been up for a few hours. I've had a cup of coffee. I'm about to have an English muffin, and I should have done that hours ago. But I don't feel well today. I'll look at the tape. Finally came off. I thought it was off already, but it was still connected right here. So I pulled it off. But this is really inflamed right here. It's so swollen. I mean, and tender. And I feel like I have a little bit of a cold, but right in here. So the incision's here. And then the port is here. Right in there. Okay. So they went in here. God dang. Anyway, this is now really, I've got a rough cough and my belly's all upset, but we also got accepted for a thing through our Harvest Host membership. There's a program called Boondockers Welcome, and it's just people who have an awesome place to park a RV, and they made it an option for people that are a part of that group. So I requested a reservation for tonight. We got it. At the Harvest Host spots, there's a recommended donation. It doesn't say mandatory, it says recommended. And so, like when we stayed at the Blue Heron Cheese Factory, this place is huge. They're flipping fat dimes. I didn't feel as bad. We didn't spend the $30 recommended amount. Actually went down the road to the Tillamook Cheese Factory and got free cheese and ate it in their parking lot. That's actually a true story. And so it's good. White cheddar, so fresh. So then, on the Harvest Host membership, so there's several, we've stayed at a couple of places, and in the Boondockers Welcome, there's no recommended donation, and they have like churches, people's homes, a museum, and so I found some of those. The church actually doesn't have any openings for 9 days, so that's out of here. There's a museum. I got to do the mileage because we can't just be driving around a bunch either. But so if we stay tonight at the Boondockers Welcome house, and then tomorrow night we were thinking we would go in the evening and just park on the street directly in front of the hospital. And then my appointment's at like 10 in the morning. It's probably an hour. It's my primary care physician first meeting, so Brian could stay with the RV, the motor coach, Class A motor coach. And then it wouldn't be unattended. So that seems like the best plan, honestly. I've put in several applications in for part-time remote positions, and Brian is doing the same. And we're going to find some day labor. We might both do a little day labor. The motor coach needs some mechanical work and a little bit of love. It's a little bit out of our price range. Can't afford to drive both vehicles, and the Suburban's too heavy to tow, so we dropped a little bit of money on a storage unit, parked it. I'm very grateful. Super good choice, but I'd like to find a place that I could park it with for sale on it. So I've poked around on social media to see if maybe someone responds to that. I messed with some clay. I don't know if you watched the other video, but Brian made this. I said, make something. I gave him a little tiny piece of clay. He made a squiggle. I'm like, oh, great. So I put a mushroom cap on it. So I got a funky mushroom. And then I had a little piece of clay also. I made a little heart. It says to let it dry for 72 hours. It's already solid, though. You hear that? But it's only been 24 hours. It's not been 72 hours. So I'm going to be patient. And then I'm going to paint it and see how it does. And I'm not going to paint. Maybe I will paint it. But I'm going to set it on the plant in the dirt that I have in the window. And see how it does. Because I want to make some garden stakes. And I don't know what else I want to make. But I was thinking little pots. And I did mention that little tabletop turned pottery wheel. It's $38 on Amazon. It's pretty cute. But let's focus on income before we start a new hobby or spending anything. So I've got 2.2 pounds clay, 2 packages, 4.4 pounds of air dry clay minus that much. And I'm going to make some plant stakes. I think I need to get everything all set up and just do it. Just open it up and do it. I opened the clay and put it up in Ziploc baggies because I want to do food with it. So I'm in a group on Facebook where a lot of people say, I've had this clay for a year. I finally opened it. And I thought, I don't want to do that. So I'm trying to figure out what would possibly sell. I sold my first little fairy house that I made with the sidewalk. I sold it. So that's kind of cool. I still have the other one. I'm going to make some beach cottages. I think I found my muse there, and I want to try and make a little hobbit hole. That's about it. I don't feel great. It's super early. The sun's not even up yet. And we got to get some supplies, some groceries. We filled up with propane yesterday. We did our laundry the day before. We kicked a bunch of butt. We got all kinds of stuff done. We got the Suburban in storage. So now I'm going to find a place to store it where it can put for sale on it. We're going to go to the housing place to try to expedite my application for housing. I want to garden again. And I want to have a home base. It'd be easier to have a part-time job and travel in the motor coach and fix it up if we had enough. I don't know. Then you got bills and you need furniture. Kind of don't want housing, but we should. I like gardening. There's pros and cons to every situation. And so we're going to do that. And then we're going to go check into our Boondockers welcome spot and probably just post up. I'm going to work on the clay. The house is pretty clean. It won't take 10 minutes to get it really clean and pull all the craft stuff out. So I think that is my goal for the afternoon. I don't know how early we can check in to our spot, but I'm going to look now and find out. Probably like noon or 1. So it's easy to kill that much time by the time you go get a couple things to eat, sit and eat, and blah, blah, blah. There you go. Been about an hour or 2. Time flies fast. I love you guys. I don't know who's watching, but thank you for doing so. Peace. Love. And big fat necks. So tender and sore. It's like really sore. I go to the doctor Tuesday, so I'll get that looked at.